Tourist visa applications to Australia from the Philippines are not easy to get. Now, they are simpler than partner visas to prepare, but under a different type of scrutiny because they are the visa of choice for those who want to overstay and break visa conditions in Australia. These are the visas of choice for those who plan to work illegally in Australia. So given that this is the gateway they use, department staff are on the lookout for those whom they consider likely to try to overstay in Australia. If they feel that the visa applicant is high risk, they will refuse the application. So who is a high risk visa applicant to Australia? Now, tourist visas are for people visiting Australia for genuine reasons. Now, they intend to visit relatives or friends, spend time with the fiance or partner, or do tourist things. Now, if they believe confidently that the applicant intends to do these things, they have no problem. But if they're not certain, they will refuse the visa application. No choice, because that's their job and it's what Australia as a whole expects of them. Tourist visas to visit family. Tourist visas from Philippines to Australia to visit family. Visa to bring younger sister out or favourite cousin. Sounds easy, right? And surely you have the right to invite relatives over. Well, unfortunately, this is one of the risk groups because it's one of the areas where families break the rules in order to help each other out. Understand there is no right to invite a relative to Australia. You can invite whoever you want into your own house. Someone knocks at your door, it's your decision what you want to do. But you don't have the right to swing open the doors of Australia and beckon somebody in. The immigration people in Canberra are the only ones who have that legal right. It's written in the Constitution. Yet Filipino families have a long established tradition of sharing good fortune and helping out relatives, and this includes access to the good life in Australia. And many will bend the rules to do just that, so getting cousin Jenny or sister Christina out on a tourist visa as a stepping stone, or for as long as she gets away with it, many will do this. Or bringing her out to take care of your new baby while your wife goes back to work. That all looks on the surface to be fairly harmless. The problem is it's not what Australian tourist visas were designed for. Visiting and spending time together and providing some moral support after birth of a baby, sure. But providing a daycare service, no. So what it means is that they will scrutinise very closely any application from a relative, especially a young and apparently healthy relative of working age, and they won't grant it unless they are sure that there is a very good reason for them to come out, and a very small risk of them doing the wrong thing. Tourist visas to visit friends and for tourism purposes. Okay, taking a tourism holiday in Australia is going to cost many thousands of dollars. Now, unless you want to stay at the Wiley Park Hotel, a hotel room in Sydney is going to cost you $200 a night and upwards. Meals, $15 a pop and upwards. So yes, thousands of dollars. Believing that somebody who probably earns less than $300 a month is going to spend that sort of money so they can pat koalas and take selfies of themselves in front of the Opera House is not especially believable. So basically, unless the visa applicant is earning like an Aussie executive, they won't believe they're planning a touristy holiday. It's just plain reality. And a couple of $1,000 suddenly appearing in their bank account with no explanation of its origins, this doesn't cut it either. Now, tourist visas for Australian Filipino couples. We submit many hundreds of tourist visa applications every year, and we have a great success rate. If you are planning to visit your Australian fiance or partner or boyfriend and you're in an established relationship, then in most situations we should be able to get you a visa. Just understand we need to prove this, and they need to have no doubt as to your intentions and purpose being genuine. And we have a great success rate because we are thorough, and you need to follow our guidelines if you want to join all those other successful applicants. And note, if you haven't met in person, it's not so easy to show a committed relationship. Now, high risk tourist visa applicants. The case officers at the department are checking you and assessing you for risk of doing the wrong thing. Much like loan officers at the bank, they have a job to do to protect Australia's interests, much like the loan officer needs to protect the bank. If you have a history of doing the wrong thing, they will see you as, like the bank man will see you, if you have a history of defaulting on loans or on having credit cards cut in half with scissors. If you have a history of overstaying or working illegally overseas, they will certainly be concerned about you doing it all over again. And the same applies to any clever schemes where you try to influence them by lies, exaggeration and omissions. They've seen it all before. Don't try to be clever, because you will face a refusal of your tourist visa application and possibly a 3-year ban if you take it too far. Now, a tourist application may look simple on the surface, but it is never a mere formality. Get some professional help and always tell the truth. No lies, no secrets, and in most cases we can help you. Thank you. This video was brought to you by Down Under Visa, who specialise in visas for Australian Filipino couples. Please visit our website and complete a free visa assessment form, and please watch some of our other videos. Thank you.